Hey there folks, Jiminy Critic here bringing you another entertainment feature, a movie review for today. We're going to talk about the movie, the ROM-COM as they're known, romantic comedies for those of you that love a good date movie or wish you could find a good date movie to go on, whether you go by yourself or with a date. I've got one for you. The title is New in Town. New in Town. This does fall under the comedy romance genre. It's brought to you by Lionsgate and Gold Circle Films. It's rated PG. There's not that many PG movies coming out anymore, so it's relatively clean. It's about 97 minutes, hour and a half long, which is good because many movies, in my opinion, are 2 hours and longer anymore. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes you sit there going, what time is it? This is not one of the case in this movie. 97 minutes gets you in and out real quickly. This particular movie, New in Town, I'm not going to say I loved it or hated it. I'm kind of in the middle of this one, but it is a cute. I kind of would use the word cute on it. If you kind of want to see a cute, quirky, a little bit funny rom-com, here's what it is. It stars Renee Zellweger, and many of you, of course, are familiar with much of her work and like her and enjoy her. Harry Connick Jr., the musician and actor, plays a very big lead role in this particular movie. And a guy by the name of J.K. Simmons, a very good character actor in the last decade or so, has been on a lot of TV, HBO movies and shows, a lot of feature films. He's the guy that plays the newspaper editor in the Spider-Man movies. If you want to think, well, who's J.K. Simmons? If you get that face in your mind, you know who I'm talking about. He plays a major character in this particular movie as well. The basic premise behind this PG New in Town movie is this. Renee Zellweger plays a modern, educated, well-heeled, hard-working ad person in a Miami office. So she lives and works in Miami, beautiful area, of course. The beautiful people live there. Well, all of a sudden, by hook or crook, she gets nominated, and I'll use that word in air quotes, she gets nominated to go to a company that they run up in Minnesota. Now, you got to think right there, the two M's. Miami, heat, humidity, beautiful people, beautiful landscapes. Minnesota, dead of winter, cold, freezing, snow, ice, all that stuff. You know, of course, the movie's setting you up for complete polar opposites. Well, lo and behold, little Renee Zellweger is not prepared or ready for the Minnesota cold climes. So here's part of your humor in the movie. Here's part of the funny stuff. The warm little girl living down in Florida, moving up to Minnesota. You know, of course, she didn't really want to go there, but she's forced to by her job. She has to go there to a plant to try to make the plant, run the plant for a while. It looks like it's going under. To run it more efficiently, see if by eliminating a few people or jobs can make it more efficient, more cost effective, and possibly the place even has to close down if it's going to just keep losing money. But her job is to see what she can do with it. Well, of course, she gets there and hilarity ensues because of just the differences in locations and her lifestyle. The people, of course, are warm and fuzzy. If you saw the movie Fargo or any of those type of movies about places up north, you'll understand they talk with, they over-accentuate the Minnesotan accent, and that's part of its humor and charm. And now the Harry Connick Jr. character, he plays a union rep that works at this factory. So, of course, he's all about saving everybody's jobs so they don't lose their jobs or their seniority or their pay or their pensions and all that kind of thing. She's all about running the place efficiently, whether it means cutting people or not. And, of course, there's where the cute meet happens. And eventually, you can probably tell where this movie's going to go between those two. The J.K. Simmons character, who's quite funny in this, doesn't have a huge part in this, but the parts he's in are funny. He, more or less, is the supervisor in this plant and has a couple of good lines that you can see in the movie as well. Well, what happens? Does Renee Zellweger close the plant down? Does she eliminate a few people? Do the townsfolk in Minnesota take her in as one of their own, or do they reject her outright and kick her out? Does she do the job efficiently? Does she go back to Miami, bringing them back money and goods? What happens? Does a romance develop between Renee Zellweger and Harry Connick Jr. in this movie? That's going to be up for you to find out as you check out the movie New in Town.